Hi, this is Grant from GrantThomas.com, and this is my review and recommendations based on the announcements from Apple yesterday on September the 9th, where they announced two products. First of all, we had the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, so two products for the price of one, and the second one was the Apple Watch, not the iWatch. Let's do that one first. My recommendation on the Apple Watch is just to go and buy it. It's not coming out until 2015. There is nothing else like it. Some of the other makes and models that are out there don't come anywhere near in terms of function. It's a great partner to your iPhone. It'll allow you to receive calls, get notifications. There's a vibrating speaker on the back of it. It's also a great health device. It does a heart rate monitor. Just go and buy it. It's going to be around £200, £250. We're waiting to see the final UK pricing. Let's focus on the iPhone 6 announcements then. So let's do some comparisons first of all with size. This is my iPhone 5S, which is a 4-inch screen. That first announcement was the iPhone 6, and this is a cutout. I'll put a link to it. You can get an idea of how it feels. I've put on a piece of card, sellotaped on the back. Gives you an idea in terms of real size. So next to the 5S, this is the 4.7-inch iPhone 6. And if I put next to my 5S the iPhone 6 Plus with my best Blue Peter sticky back plastic. So this is the iPhone 6 Plus with a 5.5-inch screen. And let's just talk about the two devices they announced yesterday. Both of them have the brand new A8 processor inside of them, which means that they're going to be much quicker. They're saying about 25% in terms of overall performance, 50% for the graphics processor. And you're also seeing what they're calling the Retina HD displays, which means on the iPhone 6 you actually get a full 1080 resolution on there, though you probably wouldn't want to watch a whole movie on that kind, but it's meaning that if you take the current, or what is now the previous generation, 5S, and compare that against the iPhone 6 Plus, I should say, that's going to have 2 million pixels on it. This had 1 million pixels on it. So a much bigger increase in terms of density and clarity on the screen, paired with a much faster processor as well. The other major upgrade on both is the new iSight camera, which is on the back of the devices. They will have an 8 megapixel camera, but it's not just about the lens, it's about the sensors as well. So there are some better sensors behind the device now, which allows autofocus to be much sharper, so it's much quicker when you're trying to take a photograph. Maybe taking it with your 5 or your 5S, I should say. You take a photograph, you're waiting for the little yellow square to focus on the things. That's much quicker and also much better at low light conditions, especially the iPhone 6 Plus that has some image stabilization technology. So on the iPhone 6, the image stabilization, and I'll hold up the card, the image stabilization is actually digital. So it kind of works it out with a few microchips rather than optical. And the optical image stabilization on the iPhone 6 Plus cardboard actually moves the lens paired with the gyroscope. So as you're wobbling, the lens actually stays steady, so it reduces camera shake, great for low light conditions. I'm certainly fed up of seeing blurry pictures from concerts and firework displays. It should start filtering out all of that and being very clever with how it takes the photograph. So a better processor, a better camera. Battery life, that is also improved as well. So we're actually seeing, and here's the little printout if you wanted to see it, we're seeing an increase in browsing from sort of 10 hours, what are we looking at, 8 hours on the 5S of 3G browsing, up to 12 hours on the iPhone 6 Plus. And here's where you start to see the differences between the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. So we're seeing a much better battery life with the bigger battery in the iPhone 6 Plus versus that of the iPhone 6. And I think that's my overall take. Why would you go for an iPhone 6, upside down, an iPhone 6, when it's kind of, this is what you could have won? This gets better battery life, it's got a better camera, and you've got a better display, and it's about £80 more than the iPhone 6. So it's kind of, well, this is a great phone. It's the best phone on the market right now, but you could have got, actually, the bigger, better phone that's on the market. These both go on order. You can order them from September the 12th, and they will be delivered on the 19th of September, or you can pick them up in store on the 19th. Pricing? iPhone 6 16 gig starts at £539. I'm going to recommend that you get the iPhone 6 Plus 64 gig. All the 32 gig line has gone. So you've got a 16 gig, a 64 gig, and 128 gig. Go for the middle of the road, 64 gig. This is £699. That's expensive. See if you can actually get a deal. Try and pick one up on eBay, which is shrink wrapped and brand new for about £100 less, which is what I did when I bought my 5S. So a middle of the range iPhone 6 Plus means you've got a brilliant display. It's just about big enough. Any bigger, and I think you'd have had trouble. I built this just so I could actually feel it in my hand, put it in my pocket. What's it going to be when I'm walking the dog in the morning? You know, is it going to be usable? And I say yes. And actually, some of the software enhancements they're doing, the way you can navigate around the screen, they put the power button, standby button on the side of the phone. All those are logical improvements for what is essentially a one-hand operation. iPhone 6 Plus in 3 colours still. You've still got the slate grey with the black front, which to me is something from the last decade. They've got the gold one, but the gold one, I don't like it. I actually did get the gold 5S, which has just got the gold panel on the back of it, because hey, it looks like a 5S, not a 5. The gold now on the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus, it's an entire body. So the whole body is one piece of anodized aluminium, and whether you get the silver, the gold, or the slate grey, the whole thing is one piece of aluminium with a glass fronted screen, which has actually been reinforced, so hopefully less smash screens. The gold one, to me, looks ugly. I'm going to go for the silver back and with the white front. And I would go for the 64 gig middle of the road enhancement. And what else can I show you? I can show you with the cutout for Final One what it's like next to an iPad mini Retina. So an iPad mini Retina with a 7.9 inch display, and if I put that one in front of it, you know, I was worried about the future of the iPad mini when I started seeing the announcements yesterday, but as you can see, this is not as big as a 7.9. There is still a market for a tablet, and I use this for screen browsing, and I use it just like that as a one screen. This is why I went from an iPad Air to an iPad mini Retina, because this actually is usable as a one-handed, you know, sitting on the sofa, scrolling, doing your email in the evening. That's what I tend to do. And one last chart I can show you, which I printed out, is a really good size comparison. It gives you the iPhone 5S through the 6 Plus, iPad mini, and iPad Air. Any questions, feel free to leave a comment or drop me a line at grant@grantthomas.com. Bye for now.